Where does that, calling that shot rank in all the games that you've called?
I'll just put it like this, I can't think of anyone better. And I was working with Randolph Childress, who played in the ACC, played in the NBA. He played professional basketball till he was 38. The game ends. Randolph takes his headset off. We both step back, and he says, I've never seen a better game in my life. I'm like, wait a second, you've seen thousands of games. And he said, no, that's the best game, hands down, I've ever seen. So I'll go with him as the expert on it. It was the emotions that occur in a winner-take-all game are irreplaceable. That doesn't happen. You won't see that in the SEC or the ACC or the Big Ten because there's a fallback plan. These teams are still getting in. That's the only chance for Chattanooga. That's the only chance for Furman. And those are memories that those kids are going to cherish for the rest of their life.
We've asked Dave so many times, what were the emotions like? What were you thinking when you threw the shot up? But what were you thinking, Tom, when you were calling that shot? Like that whole 4 seconds where Furman scores and then comes down and Dave's double covered and turns and heaves and then it goes in. Like what was going on in your head?
The shot was right in front of our broadcast location, and he went up. As I remembered, I've only, because I've been busy, I've only watched it maybe once or twice. I didn't think it was going in. It wasn't a straight up jump shot, and it was a heave from 40-something feet, and he's off balance. So, instantaneously, I'm thinking, no way this shot goes in. And then I did something that I've never done before. I literally jumped out of my seat. I was so excited when I went in. And understand, we don't care who wins, right? As much as I got to know and love those Chattanooga players and the coaching staff, it was no skin off my back. I was going to leave the arena without a win or a loss anyway. But the moment and the exchange with 3 baskets within the last 25 seconds, what happened at the end of regulation, I'd never, even as a huge fan, I'd never been driven to jump out of my seat, but that's what happened.
Do you think that moment will ever be topped for you as a play-by-play broadcaster moving forward?
Selfishly, I hope so, but it's going to be a while. You don't usually get those. We had, our crew had Arkansas knocking off #1 Auburn in Fayetteville earlier this season, and there's this rush of euphoria when you have a big game and a big moment and a buzzer beater, and we all left and we're standing out in the loading dock. We agreed, like, you only get these once every few years, and then I get another one just a couple weeks later. But it's the beauty of March, right? It's why we've all come to love it, because the unexpected happens, the shots happen, and if he hits that shot in December, good for him, and it's going to make the highlight reels, but it's not going to live forever. And now he does this, and I don't think we're going to see a better shot through the rest of conference tournaments and the rest of March Madness.